they're in chronic pain. They don't stop to think of like, the food I'm putting in my mouth could be causing or could be part of what's causing the pain that I'm feeling. So where do you start with someone when it comes to talking about nutrition, if they're in chronic pain and nutrition's the topic?
Yeah. So the thing is, if someone's eating let's call it a poor diet, then that could include inflammatory foods. So foods that we know cause inflammation in the body. Now, again, when we look at pain, as I've alluded to, pain is basically a communication pathway, often between, let's call it the out of the body and the brain. It's making the conscious mind aware of the unconscious. Well, when we have inflammation in the body, that's going to set off receptors. It's also going to set off the immune system because that's what creates the inflammation. So the immune system is basically attacking something that it doesn't see as being part of us. And there are certain foods that we know are very inflammatory. And, probably the most spoken about today are things like seed oils and vegetable oils, processed seed oils, vegetable oils, things like rapeseed and such like. And they can ramp up the nervous system, again, which will increase your likelihood to feel pain, or more appropriately, it reduces your threshold before you feel pain. Okay. So you've got inflammatory foods. I mean, again, there's plenty. So you've got the seed oils, vegetable oils, you've got things like processed sugars, alcohol. For a lot of people, things like gluten. And again, some people say it might not be the gluten, it might be the glyphosate that they spray on these crops to dry them, which again, we know is absolutely horrendous for the body. People can have food sensitivities. So again, it doesn't necessarily have to be an inflammatory food to cause inflammation. So again, the most common foods that we know people are sensitive to are, again, gluten-containing foods. Processed or pasteurized dairy is a big issue for people. In the US, I know corn is a big issue. So again, quite often in countries where they eat a large amount of a certain food, tends to often be a food that people in that country become sensitive to. And sensitive just means will create an immune response. So in America, we know that, whereas in the UK and I believe Australia as well, we tend to sweeten things with sugar. In the US, they tend to use high fructose corn syrup. So again, there's a lot of that in the American food supply. In Asia, rice tends to be quite a big one, not so much in the Western world. Soya can also be a big issue for people. They're the common ones, but you can literally be sensitive to any food.
Yep.
And we're all different.
Do you do testing for that? Would you do an IgG?
I do test. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.